Tonight, ahead of this week's Carlton-Collingwood blockbuster, we've got Daisy Thomas from the Blues and Magpie Jaden Stevenson live in the studio. Damien Hardwick features in this week's instalment of Kid and the Coach, plus Corp Talk with Hollywood megastar Ryan Reynolds. It's Ball in the Game. It's the Footy Show. Over to you, Lebo!
And welcome to the Footy Show. My name is Lemo, and say hello to these legends. Fox Footy's Narrowly Meadows, three-time Paralympic gold medalist Bill Holcott, and goal-kicking superstar Brendan Cavola.
Now, guys, some huge breaking news on the team selection front, and that is former Hawthorn captain Jared Roughead has been dropped from the Hawks side to face GWS on Sunday. Before I get your thoughts, boys, let's have a listen to what the man himself had to say.
When I had the discussions with Clarko all the way back to August last year, I knew that my form and the team's form were probably going to decide where I was going to be playing, and obviously form hasn't stacked up to where it needs to be the last couple of weeks. So, I go back to Box Hill and see what happens from there on.
Well, he is flat as a tack there, Ruff, and I really feel he's a genuine legend of the Hawthorn Football Club, and no one will argue with that. And as a Hawthorn fan, it's devastating to see him not running out this week, Fev. Yeah,
it's obviously, you can see at his face, he's pretty distraught, disappointed, but I think it just proves how good Hawthorn's culture is, that they can drop a superstar like that. He'll go back to the twos. I remember vividly when Matty Richardson, superstar of the Tigers, he got dropped a couple of years back and then come back into I think he went to Coburg, come back into the Tigers side, nearly won a Brownlow. So mentally it could refresh him, go back to Box Hill, get some form, because he has been out of form, obviously why he's been dropped.
Have you ever played twos before?
So, what's that? No, I should have been dropped a lot of times, but I wasn't because we're all shit. But anyway, I think Ruffy might have saw this coming. This is a Hawthorn Football Club at half-time having a bit of a discussion. And Ruffy's saying, Chad Wingard, this is not Port Adelaide, you've got to chase and tackle. He's going, mate, you're going to be in the twos next week, so shut up. Listen here, then Poppy's getting involved, and I think that, mate, writing was on the wall.
That is some rude work right there, mate. That is very rude.
Chad Wingard is also out there saying it's a hamstring issue, though, not that he has been dropped. Team news out of Geelong, Paddy Dangerfield, there has been a question mark over him all week long. Well, he has been named for now, despite that knee injury, and Joel Selwood, the skipper, returns. And Gary Ablett, of course, guys, is free to play after having a successful stint at the Tribunal.
Indeed, 5 out of 9 trips to the Tribunal have been successful.
So roll the dice, don't you?
This year, well, why wouldn't you? There's no penalty if you don't. I thought the MRO made the correct decision on Gary Ablett, but the media was right behind him, and I thought, well, surely Gary Ablett will get the same treatment as every other player in the competition. And I thought that until I saw him arrive at the Tribunal. I just... really getting some special treatment there. That's so scary.
It's a big head.
It's a massive head.
It's a very big head. That's actually an option on Uber, if anyone's interested.
Well, that would be good. Speaking of big heads, apparently Aaron Norton now has one after all the talk about him this week. I spoke to him yesterday. He's a great kid and just really taking it all in his stride. Doesn't seem to be bothered by much. 9 contested marks. Fev, you liked what you saw?
Yeah, I did like what I seen, and he just the jukes. He just clutched everything, and it's good to see a tall forward dominate and not get taken off the ground after kicking a goal. They left him on because it seems a player will kick a goal and they run off. As a forward, coaches, when you're up and about, because we're mentally not normal, you kick a couple of goals and you want to stay on the ground. They kept him on and he dominated. He was clearly the best player, best performance probably in the last couple of years.
But that frustrates fans as well. I know as a fan, you see one of your team kick a goal and they get taken off. It annoys you as a fan.
And he had the strut. He was giving it to the blokes and he was walking back. He's looking at himself on the screen. He took 30 seconds every time to kick it. That's how forwards should be playing.
And someone who would have been upset that he wasn't taken off was Damien Hardwick. He had this to say about Aaron Norton's performance.
We could have had Jesus Christ playing down there tonight, and I reckon he would have struggled on him.
Apparently Jesus Christ was 5'5", so it would have been a terrible matchup for starters.
Exactly right.
Would have been shorter than Caleb Daniel.
He was actually Jesus Christ was going to play, but he actually got suspended for 2 weeks for striking.
Stop it.
But we got some big connections here at the Footy Show.
You do.
Oh yeah, well I do. One of us. And we hit up Jesus for comment.
Jesus, do you regret striking Toby Green, mate? Look, I love almost everyone, but that prick's an exception. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you to Jesus for tuning in.
We love Toby.
We do. I love that Jesus finished with "Have a good day, guys." Now there is a massive game on the weekend between Carlton and Collingwood. It's Footy's biggest rivalry, and we're embracing that rivalry with our first two guests.
Carlton and Collingwood. It's a rivalry almost as old as the sport itself. A mutual dislike born out of more than 100 years of hostile finals, massive marks and iconic moments.
Stopped by Mickey McCall. Martin Harms almost makes ground. He tips it back to Sheldon. It's a goal! Oh, just a let go! You're guilty!
Dale Thomas knows a thing or two about this rivalry. He's won a flag with the Pies and now he's a Blue.
Daisy Thomas dances around, bends it through. Crazy stuff.
This weekend, he'll take on last year's Rising Star winner, goal-kicking magpie, Jaden Stevenson.
Quick kick by Stevenson. Oh, yes!
It's for Jaden Stevenson and Daisy Thomas!
Speaking of strut, look at the way that you just come out. Hello.
Daisy, did you forget to do your buttons up, or was that on purpose?
Oh, sorry. Get the people that come to see me. You know how it is.
So shy.
Very nice. Hey, Jaden, you guys have been hanging out backstage. Does Daisy start every sentence with, "You know, when I was at Collingwood"?
No, I reckon last year on the field he was telling me about his days in the black and white.
On the field?
Yeah, I reckon you were giving it to me a little bit last year.
I was giving it to a few of you.
Go on,
Didn't work, we lost.
What was the best work?
I just want to remind him that I was a premiership player and he wasn't yet. And very nearly came back to bite me in the bum in September, didn't it?
This rivalry is probably the biggest rivalry in football, but it's dwindled a bit probably since you've been alive. What does it mean to you, this particular...
An easy win, I reckon, normally.
Yeah. Does it fire you up in a special way, or is it just another game to you?
I think the rivalry's still there, obviously, and I think it's probably more within the fans, I suppose. We approach Carlton as we do Sydney, West Coast, whoever it may be, so we don't really change it that much, but I think when you go out and you go, yeah, I'll barrack for Collingwood, the Carlton fans will rip into you, and that's what we love, I suppose.
Daisy, you've obviously played at Collingwood and had a lot of success there. Not away. And can you channel your inner hatred for the club, though, now you're at the Blues?
Hatred's a strong word, but I know from now seeing both sides of the fence that Eddie used to say you had to win 2 games for the year, and that was when you played Carlton. So I'm sure nothing's changed there from his point of view. So for us, we've got to play a lot better than we did last week. But for me, there is a bit more spice to the game because there is the connection there. But I do love all the fans, even though they hate me and they tell me about it.
You think all the fans from both clubs?
Oh, both for a while there, yeah.
Daisy, you're in really good form. Probably your best year you've had at the Blues. Your defensive, very good. You've actually put some defence to your game, which is unbelievable. Now, you're out of contract this year. Do you want to play on? Because I reckon you can go again.
Yeah, well, you're right. I'm in good touch, which is nice. And that's probably, when you get to my age, the thing that's questioned the most. And what you get, when people are going to comment on it, it's, are you in good form or are you not? So
you look fit.
Yeah,
you look good, mate.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. As you see, I was coming out with buttons undone, so I'm pretty happy with that game. But it's, my body's starting to, touch wood, hold up. I've always been able to play the game. It's just my body for a while there wasn't able to keep up with what I knew I could do. So, and then there's the point of where the team's at. Are we going to keep developing younger players, or is there still a role for older blokes around? So that decision again will come at the end of the year. That's something that the club's pretty clear on with the older players. That it's probably more one by one the older you get, and that's something I'm really comfortable with. I'm just more worried about trying to stay fit and healthy and try and develop our team.
Well, you mentioned Eddie before. He hasn't been mentioned a lot this week, Eddie Maguire. He's added a bit of spice to this one.
If you're Mark Legiuta, you'd probably be having breakfast in the next little period of time with Alistair Clarkson, wouldn't you? And you because they could work together. I think Brendan Bolton, I'm a huge rap for. And people are going to go after him, but he has done all the hard work. Now, they've worked together. Clarko's already said he's staying at Hawthorn. I'm saying in the best possible world. I mean, that's the type of person you'd want to get. Because
but I think there's
it makes Carlton a destination club as well.
So you say you want to play on next year. Would you like Clarko as your coach?
Well, it's sort of tough to answer, isn't it? Clarko's a coach of another team. Eddie's the president of another team.
And you have a coach.
And we have a coach who Eddie's apparently a big rap for, so what do I say?
Is it weird being at a club when Eddie's so outspoken like he is?
When he comes into the club, it is funny sometimes. I might have missed a snap on the weekend and he'll go, Steve, you got to hold the ball like this. And he's trying to teach me how to kick the footy. And
does he give you good? Is that good advice though? Does he give you good?
Yeah, Mum always said everyone's going to give you advice. You just take from it what you please. So I certainly do that sometimes.
Just remember, he pays the bills.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, he's great for the club.
Hey, Daisy, you're a ripper bloke, mate. I'm a big fan. But some people, I must say, aren't the biggest fan. One person being Mason Cox. You guys had a bit of a dust-up on the field last season. Mate, what's all this about?
Yeah, well, I sort of got into him and he went back and kicked the goal and then had 211 centimetres of big American coming at me. And I wasn't really sure what to do, so I sort of chirped back and then we had a bit of a go at half-time. I didn't, because you can't do that in basketball, obviously, so I thought I'd see how it...
Look at that. It was like, Daisy, it looked...
Fighting slightly out of my way.
It looked like a gazelle trying to take down a giraffe.
Yeah.
After that little dust-up, he actually said he didn't know who you were.
I heard that story, so that's probably fair. He's come from America. I'm not the international brand I'd pretend to be. So.
Can't walk down the street now, eh? He's massive. Now, Jayden, for you though, mate, you haven't missed a game since you debuted last year. You're absolutely on fire. Pies are second on the ladder. You dominated last weekend. Let's have a look at some of your highlights here. You kicked 3 in the first quarter. Look at that, if you don't mind. There we go. Now I'll just pop this one through. Bang, no trouble there. Let's try a set shot. Oh, there he is. Never in doubt.
After the third quarter, mate, were you thinking, I'm at least going to kick 10?
Yeah, after the first quarter, I've gone, well, 3 times 4 is 12. So I got 12, and then half-time, I'm still on 3. I go, well, maybe I'll just get 6. And at three-quarter time, I'm going, just please kick one more.
And you did. You ended with 4. But how much are you enjoying life at the moment?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's a great environment to be in at the moment. Obviously, we're winning, which makes it a lot easier, but we're a real tight-knit group, and I think how tight we are off the field translates to how well we're going on the field at the moment, and hopefully we can continue to build momentum and go one further than last year.
Well, you're doing it very nicely. Keep up the good work, mate.
I don't want to put a dampener on things, but Daisy...
But you're going to.
Up against North Melbourne. Up against North Melbourne, everyone gave you a real chance. You had a lot of injuries, obviously, but the young guns were still there. What happened and what was the review like?
Oh, well, I think the thing that happened mainly was that we didn't bring enough effort. We've been really solid for the 6 weeks before, but this game doesn't really give a crap what you did the week before or the 2 weeks before, and we got smacked right between the eyes. I think we probably had a few blokes who, or as a team really, as a collective, we maybe thought that we should win this one, and somehow that got into our mindset, which is...
How do you think that when you've won 3 games in 4 years?
I certainly know.
No, I'm actually how do you think that?
And that's the question. I think there's so much media these days, there's so many angles that people can get to you that somehow it infiltrates your resolve, I guess. And North were back against the walls, and we should have been in the same position, really. We were both 1-5 going into the game, and for some reason they found a way to play a lot better football, and they smacked us right between the eyes. We had no way of stopping it.
That wasn't from the review, was it?
No, it wasn't I. No, this was
Saturday night.
This is out front of the Albion.
All right, these guys are sticking around and coming up. Heath Shaw dishes the dirt on Daisy plus Croft. Chat to Ryan's also a little later our coaches correspondent Angus from Richmond's Dimmer Hardwick. Here's a sneak peek.
I like playing Carlton round 1 each year because it's basically guaranteed to win.
Oh, I can't believe you're saying that. I can't believe I've got to answer this.
Dale, you're a good bloke. When you're asleep, you like surfing and you got the body that's shaped like a surfboard. You're a good bloke when you played at Collingwood, but not so much now. You don't talk to me that much anymore since I moved up north. Was regarded as one of the best players in the comp at one point until you hurt your ankle, but the biblical story goes that when you lose your hair, like Samson did, you're no good.
The button's gone out again as well. He's getting comfortable.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
I actually, he probably won't like me telling. He FaceTimed me on the way to the game on Sunday morning. So they'd played on Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you did the maths on
Yeah,
the face.
A couple of frothies in still.
A few missed FaceTime calls.
Yeah, anyway, it was a good chat.
Now, mate, speaking of Heath Shaw, you boys who won the premiership back in 2010 catch up for your annual now Collingwood reunion premiership. Every year you catch up now. I think we've got a photo of the boys. There's some crookheads in there. Eddie, who leads the pack there? Swanee?
Yeah, it's well, as you'd expect, the Rat Pack sort of get it going. But to Maxi's credit, the best captain, as Heath has tested, the best captain we've ever had, because we told him what to do and he listened. So he organised one after 5 years, and we had such a good time that we made it an annual thing thereafter. So we've got whatever it is coming up. I think it's 9 years, and then obviously the 10-year one will be a pretty big one. We'll probably turn into a sportsman's night and we'll burn the Albion down again.
I was going to say, you are actually thinking about retiring just for the 10-year reunion next year and the recovery period?
Potentially.
Hey, Jayden, have you got a Rat Pack down at the club now?
Oh, not officially. I think there's some boys that'd like to think
Who's in the unofficial Rat Pack?
I think Jordan DeGoey, Ben Crocker and Braden Maynard would, I think they'd like to give themselves that nickname, but they're just not quite there yet.
What would they have to do to get there?
Oh, maybe a Brownlow and a couple of premierships between
You approached that the wrong way.
I don't think that's what they call the Rat Pack.
How would Bucks feel about it if the Rat Pack came back?
You'd be sacked.
All right, well, we have gone into the depths of the internet for research into our two guests, and I've got to say, I'm a bit excited about what we managed to find about our little Collingwood magpie over here. This is from a few years ago.
To all you kids that wear your Bulls jersey or your Miami jersey or whatever jersey with a different teamed hat, or you kids bug me. So just buy a Bulls top, buy a Bulls hat. It's not that hard. Cavaliers, Bulls, Heat, all their snapbacks are the same price. They're about $10 at your local market, all right? And that is why you kids grind my gears.
That is spectacular. Yeah.
How old were you there?
I would have been maybe 12, I'd say.
You kids grind my gears.
And what I loved about it is the thing you were complaining about is the thing you were doing. You clearly had the Bulls top and the Cavs.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I don't even remember wearing snapbacks and jerseys. I must have just been to Bali, I'd say, where they were cheap.
That's not the only thing that grinds his gears.
I'll tell you what I really hate is going to magic shows where those magicians they just trick you and you don't have any idea how to do it. They like, choose a card, kid, so you go along and, all right, just me stupidly take a card out. What is it? King of Spades. They go, all right then, and they put it back in the middle of the deck. So you put it back in the middle, you think there's no way they're gonna guess my card. Then they give it a shuffle even to make it more confusing, and then all of a sudden just drop it. And you go, where are they? And they go, oh, look in your top pocket. And how did you do that? You magicians just grind my gears. It's like, just tell me how to do that trick.
Why did you not delete them? Why are they still in
That's actually pretty impressive, that second. I forgot about those, but yeah, make sure you hit it up, get the views up. That's really good.
At the moment, I think it's got about 30 views at the moment. Most of them were us this week. Are you still into magic?
No, just in year 9, we're up at Valdoco at school, which is a separate campus. We only do English, maths and science, and you had a lot of spare time, so my mates and I do magic tricks, yeah.
Right, and you're not into it anymore?
No, it was sort of just that year thing.
Can you check your top pockets for us? Because we just... What have we got there?
That's 8 years in the making.
While we're at it, is there anything else you'd like to get off your chest that grinds your gears?
No, I'm actually a pretty easygoing person these days, so poor drivers is about it, but I wasn't able to complain about that when I was 12.
All right, cross chat with Ryan Reynolds is just around the corner, as well as our preview of all the round 8 matches. But first, Damien Hardwick meets his match with our coaches correspondent.
Now, Angus, take it easy on me, will you?
I'll try.
All right, that'd be great. I'm actually a bit nervous.
What was your favourite memory from the day Richmond won the flag?
I was actually sitting in the coach's box with my dad, reminiscing about the game, and all of a sudden I saw Jack Riewold's ugly mug on the screen singing the Killers song. It's amazing when I hear that song, I automatically go back to the game.
Where do you keep your premiership medals?
I think they're in my garage. Actually, I think there might be, there's a couple, this sounds a little bit arrogant, a couple in the garage, and I think my Richmond one might be in my closet.
How much to buy them?
How much to buy them?
I presume the Port Adelaide one's the cheapest.
I like that, that's not bad, I don't know. How much would you pay for them? The
I
Port
don't
Adelaide one, obviously not paying much for.
Do you like playing Carlton round one each year? Because it's basically guaranteed to win.
Oh, I can't believe you're saying that. I can't believe I've got to answer this. I do enjoy playing the Blues. It's such a traditional rival for us, but they're getting better and better every year. So, yeah, hopefully next year we can steal a couple of their players off them and they become easy.
Have you ever told Neil Baum what you want for Christmas?
He does look like that. He's got a couple of lookalikes, Santa being one, obviously, and Kenny Rogers is another one. Apparently Cole Sandilands is right up there as well. He pulls it off the beard, though. I reckon it actually suits him. He's a quite a good-looking rooster.
Have there been times when you've tried to microwave your own Richmond membership?
2016 might have been the only occasion. I reckon that was a fair one. I probably would have liked to microwave half the players as well at that stage.
When was the last time you saw Trent Cotchin's hair move?
Well, I have seen his hair move, but it's off his back. Generally, he's got a very, very hairy back, Trent, when he lets it go. But yeah, he's a very immaculate young man, isn't he?
How often does Daniel Rioli call you up and say he doesn't want to live at Fev's anymore?
He hasn't called me up yet, so he's obviously having a good time living at the Vivola's place. He's a good guy, Fev, makes us laugh. Yeah, just wish he'd stop eating the Uber Eats.
How nervous do you get when Dusty says he's going to Vegas?
Is it with Swanee or not?
Yeah.
If it's with Swanee, I'm very, very nervous.
So you're great mates with Clarko, my team's coach. Whenever you meet, does he greet you with a jumper punch?
He's a volatile character, young Clarko. I sort of know him a little bit different than probably you do at some stages, but yeah, he's a good mate of mine.
Clarko's got 4 flags and you've got 1. Does that mean he's 4 times better than you?
Oh, I think it is, and they're always in display too, his medals. It kills me. Every time I walk into his hallway, there they are, sitting right in front of me. It's like he waits till I'm coming round and puts them out so I can see them the whole time.
Can you sign my photo?
Yep, I'm looking forward to seeing what it is, Angus. Seriously, you're slowly becoming very annoying. Very, very annoying. And all right, Clarko, get stuffed. Beautiful. You didn't want that, did you, or not?
No.
Thanks, guys. That was really good. Well done,
Thank you.
Good job.
Brilliant. Even bordering on the brilliance of Peter Dacos. Clear-sighted, can move on both sides of his body. For a second, third year player, I think it's second year, he's showing the best how to play football. Should have been a premiership player in his first year at Collingwood. Will be a multiple premiership player at Collingwood. Will be a multiple Norm Smith medalist. Jaden Stevenson, say what you like about him, but he's up there with the very best and he's underrated. He's very good, very good, very good. But what is this business? What is this? It does my head in. What are you doing, Jaden?
Jaden, we asked the whole AFL if they would do that. Only Joffa said yes. But when you see Joffa, put the gold jacket on, when you kick the goal in the goal square, do you just put the cue in the rack? You think the game's over?
Oh, as bad as it sounds, in all my games, I've actually never seen him in the crowd.
Oh, he's just giving you the best rap.
You can hear his heart breaking.
Yeah, well, you know, there's so many other great fans. I just see them all.
Now, obviously, there's a bit of an age difference between you guys. I believe you're turning 32 next month, Daisy, so 12 years the difference. Bit of a generation gap in players. And Fortnite, is that the thing to do with the young guys at the moment?
Yeah, actually, at the Pies, it's actually bridges that gap, I suppose. I mean, Daisy's in Pendle's sort of age groups. They're very old, but like you got you got your Jamie Elliott's and Jeremy Howes who are 25, 26, 27, and they're into it just as much as us young kids.
Right, what about you then, Grandpa?
Yeah, no.
Daisy's got the Super Nintendo going.
Yeah, the Atari.
Yeah, the Atari.
Every time the boys talk about this sort of stuff, I just feel old. So, like fortnight, I'd watch the boys play it on camp. I had a room with 3 of the younger boys. I had to go and watch the news for an hour and a half while they played it. They were sitting there, they had 3 monitors, all with their backs to each other, talking to each other through these headsets, and I was making them fruit platters. I was like, this is it, I'm officially Camp Grandpa.
They've got you worked out.
Is it true, though, that it's become like an actual obsession? Like, there's rumours out there that players have been, you know, in bad form because they've stayed up until 5 a.m. playing Fortnite and things like this.
Yeah. No, I typically play well after 5 a.m. sessions, I reckon.
A bit addicted to it?
Yeah,
Again, a different 5 a.m. session. Yet to play well after one.
Different kind of rat pack.
Yeah.
It's a different kind. Now, obviously, you're a dad now as well. Gorgeous little girl, Tilly, and I absolutely loved the vision of you with her on your shoulders walking off the ground and then joining in with the team song a couple of weeks ago. That must be so special for you.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, to have her down there after a win, and I did it once before, but she was a bit younger and wasn't sure how she was going to go with all the friends sort of screaming, but I was lucky a couple of kids gave her some Easter eggs, and then she got in the Gatorade shower and on live television she was licking it up like. So good on her, but no, they're special moments. And
well, she's had a lot of practice days. This is from your Instagram, you two singing Let It Go together, breaking it out, little Tilly, the ulcer dress. Not sure what you're wearing there, Days, but and this is the cutest one off the bed. Let it go.
Hey, nice Nicky no shirt on your Instagram as well.
Yeah, just
looking real good.
That was pre-season.
That was definitely pre-season. Pretty happy. No, look, those things are sort of. She's obviousa young girl growing up, and Frozen's a big part of all kids' lives, and it's yeah, special times, and I love doing it. So.
It's awesome.
Good stuff.
I'm getting old, yeah.
No, it's good stuff, mate. Does the movie Frozen grind your gears?
I actually haven't seen it either.
Okay. Now, it is Mother's Day, though, this Sunday, and we all love our mothers, and this Sunday we can especially appreciate the work they do, because the day, of course, is set aside for them. But we're going to play a very special Mother's Day game here, and Shane Crawford, I'm going to pass over to you.
Thank you, Lino. Hello, everyone. I'm on TV. This is Raquel, mother of one of the 2 footballers up there. I'm not going to tell you who, because we're about to play Whose Mother Is It Anyway? Yeah! Hey, Raquel, thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. Now, boys, I'm going to need you to get involved here. This is what's going to happen. Daisy, Jayden and Raquel, they're all in on this, OK? The rest of us have got no idea what's going on. OK? And we are going to try and guess who is telling the truth and who is lying and who is the mother. OK? So I need you guys to come on down.
All right,
put your hands together for these 2 wonderful men. 2 all-time greats. Thank you. That's right. Say hi to your mother. Say hi. This is awkward. OK, so... All right. This is how it's going to go. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, OK? You need to try and convince us, do your very best, and at the end, we'll reveal who the winner is, or whose mother it is. Are you ready? Let's start with you, Daisy, OK? You ready?
I am.
When did you both last have lunch together? Where was it?
When do we play? Sunday, so we catch up Mondays for lunch.
Do you?
So just a
What do you
little
normally
quiet.
have?
We go to Nobu, so just a nice quiet setting. I've done her off myself.
And what does your mum like to order?
The miso cod is her favourite.
The miso cod. That's
elite.
very good. And she's have a few drinks while she's there?
No, not lunchtime.
Not lunchtime.
Yeah, come on.
OK, right. Jayden, tell us about your last disagreement with your mum.
Oh,
Do you ever have a fight with your mum?
nah, we get along pretty well, don't we?
Maybe.
No, I don't know, no.
You've always been a good boy?
Yeah, well, I moved out of home about 2 years ago, so she doesn't have to complain about me not doing the dishes anymore, so...
We've got a dishwasher.
Oh. Now, Daisy, were you...
Does that ruin it?
No, of course not. Were you a good kid for your mum growing up?
Yeah, of course.
Did you ever get into trouble?
No, the only thing I got in trouble for was at Puffing Billy.
Right, tell us about that.
What's that mean?
No, not the the choo-choo train, mate. Yeah. No, we grew up in French Gully, so we used to go.
Hang on, Raquel, can you tell us about the puffing billy? What happened there?
Well, he used to like to dangle his legs out over the side, but there's been an accident in between now, so there's no dangling your legs out. So we haven't done it for a while. But
There may have been some lollies.
there was, yeah.
And then what normally would happen when you dangle your legs out?
No, as most of the kids did then, it was close to home, so we'd do it for special occasions, and I lost my rights after throwing lollies out at the people because you go over the bridge and there's the people underneath in the cars.
And my mum used to always be waving at every crossing.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
She loved it, trying to catch the lollies.
Now, Jaden, what are you going to do for Mother's Day?
Well, I've bought her a nice present. I've bought you a nice present. And I think...
What'd you buy her?
Nah.
Could you block your ears for a moment, if that's okay? Okay. Block your ears. What did you... Tell the audience, what did you buy her?
Tell me. Well, because she's here, I've said I bought her something. I'm still trying to figure that out. But I'm going to take you for a nice dinner.
Where to, Jared?
Hang on, Jared?
Jaden, I mean.
Jaden. Hang on. We'll stop it there. No, that's okay. We'll stop it there. We're going to let the audience decide. Sorry. So what I've got some beautiful flowers right here, which I've been growing, and I would like, after the audience has a bit of a go, firstly, the audience, do you think Jaden is the son? No. No. And what about Daisy Thomas? Do you think he's the son? All right. Will, the panel, any idea?
I was going to say Jaden, but if it's Daisy, geez, you've played it well.
Yeah. I'll go with Jared.
You'll go with Jared. Yeah. All right. Will the real son please stand up, take these flowers and give them to your mum for Mother's Day to celebrate a very special day. And the real son is... Well done, very well played, and you were excellent as well.
Thank you.
Can I just ask you a question? Because a little birdie told me that you told a story about your son, how growing up he wouldn't wear underpants. Is that true?
I don't know about growing up. I think now. I hope he's got something. It was only last year he had to borrow some tape and borrow some undies and...
What's a tape? You don't tape it whilst... No.
No, I don't. So I have done it, but I don't
He
do
forgot to take jobs to training, so I had to get it taped
Hang
up.
on, so you used to run around
Generation
playing
gap
football.
again.
And you would gaffer tape or sticky tape, obviously your willy, to your leg.
Just like the, tape you tape your shoulders with.
Oh, the brown tape!
No.
The brown tape!
Sorry, the tape you tape your fingers together with.
Jaden,
Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Do you do it, or do you get a trainer to do it at the club?
Yeah, that was the funny thing. I was like, I just need some tape. And she goes, no, I'll do it for you. It's all right. I was like, no, I'll do it. And she kept insisting. I was like, no, please. Like, I had to explain then what I was doing.
Your mum's sitting right there.
Oh, he says everything. It doesn't matter.
Hey, please put your hands together for these three wonderful pieces.
Thank you. Thank Jaden for us, an absolute superstar, grinding his gears. Daisy's going to stick around and help out Matty Lloyd when we preview the weekend's games. But next, Sport catches up with the one and only Ryan Reynolds. Crawford has stuck around and he's been off gallivanting around the world. But we all know the most important part of the world is where we come from. And congratulations, Shane Crawford, because you have just made the New South Wales ACT greatest team of all time. He's from Finley with his blonde streaks.
Not a bad centre line. Who's Neil Davies?
Did you guys catch up?
Broken Hill? No, it's out of my way. But no, it's very nice to find that out. Alan Jeans, the coach, one of the all-time greats.
And A good Finley representation. Tom Hawkins from Finley,
Yes.
you from Finley, and Alan Jeans from Finley.
Well, that's right. Alan Jeans used to hang out with my grandma.
What do you mean? What do you mean, hang out?
I don't know. Just maybe...
Is it like hang out or hang out?
What does hang out mean? What's that? I don't know.
Like hang out, like hang out.
Did they date?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you Alan Jean's grandson?
Possibly. No, but that's fantastic. Tomahawk, the great
Tomahawk there,
Hawkins
very
is
good
there,
Finley,
so,
and a good Hawthorn representation as well. Luke Bruce and Isaac Smith.
Yes, not a bad bench there. Isaac Smith.
Very
Imagine
strong
the
on the
run.
bench. Hey, now, speaking of running, you've just been at the Kentucky Derby last weekend.
Yes, I have.
And did you bet on the winner, by the way?
I did. I backed the winner. I went to America.
Here we go.
Here's the winner. Maximum Security winning. You Beauty. We celebrated. We're all very proud. Yeah. And then about 5 minutes later, the race was taken off the horse. It was put back to last, and the second horse, Country House, got up and won.
But you were actually standing on the track, like inside the rails. This is you filming here.
It was, yes, just on my phone. I don't know how I got there. I just followed the crowd. Yeah, I'm actually on the track, and I'm thinking, this is incredible. 160,000 people. That's my mate Brad Blanks from Cobram. Peter Eddles Caravans, he's your man. He's from Cobram. So, so it was an incredible atmosphere, something like, just totally out of this world. And I honestly don't know how I got on the track, but I was on the track.
What sort of a tin pot country meat lets you onto the track?
Well, I don't know, but it was pretty special. And then the winner came back, and then the winner got taken away because it wasn't the winner. It was all happening.
A couple of little birdies told me that I watched a lot of celebrities flying on their jets. Tom Brady, all the New England Patriots team. And there's called like a billionaires club, and you can only get in there if you've got billions.
Yes.
And did you not get invited in
I
there?
got in, and then they kicked me out. So I was in for about 5 minutes, and then they were looking for the passes, and then I thought, this is what I'm going to run. So.
But you did not get kicked out of Japan. We saw your Croft talk last week on the streets of Japan. They loved you over there.
Yeah, and the beautiful people over there, I tell you what, they love Aussie rules.
There's Luigi.
Yeah, well, that's right. So, no, we had a nice time, and there's a lot of people out there who could kick the ball beautifully there. So a lot of people love AFL footy. It's getting bigger and bigger, and who knows, that might be the next destination.
Mate, Croft, I was actually playing tennis in Japan at the same time. Didn't make it to my match.
I got lost. It's a big place. It's 25 million in Tokyo, so it's an easy place to get lost.
Right. But you did catch up with a genuine A-grade superstar.
I did. I caught up with Ryan Reynolds. He got to chat with me.
Lucky fella.
His movie's coming out, which is Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
When's it in cinemas?
I went to the movie by myself with my popcorn in Tokyo, which was a lot of fun. And it's in cinemas today, so get along and check it out. And he said, hey, can we have a chat and talk about Aussie rules football, talk about a few of the footballers, and this is what we got up to.
You found yourself a Pokemon partner. Cute!
Oh, that feels so good. What happens? I'm a world-class detective. If you want to find your pops, I'm your best bet.
Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Thank you, Ryan, very much for joining the AFL Footy Show.
Very excited.
Obviously, playing Pikachu in the movie, he was cute, he was cuddly.
Adorable.
Very, very funny.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't expecting.
Well, I like that juxtaposition between this little furball who's just absolutely precious looking, and then he's kind of tough.
Yeah.
You know, when he speaks, it's like, that's an adult male speaking. Did you just talk? Whoa. Did you just understand me? Wait. That is heavy eye contact right there. You heard me.
No.
Yes, you did. Oh my God, this is amazing. You can understand me. Stop. I've been so lonely.
You're one of 4 boys.
I am, yeah.
I've got 4 boys.
Wow. No wonder you
Where the
left
monkeys
Australia to come here and hang out.
Exactly. They said, can you go to Tokyo? I said,
can I stay?
Can I swim there? How long is it going to take me?
How old are they?
12, Charlie, 10, Ben, and I thought I'd try for that beautiful little girl, and we got twin boys.
Wow.
I call
the
them double
universe
trouble.
hates you.
Yeah.
Now, do they feel any pressure to become star athletes?
Not yet.
It's important to get that pressure on them now. To know that there are expectations that they will never meet.
We've got a couple of AFL superstars, and we think they're a lot like Pokemon because they're cuddly and they're friendly, but they turn into superheroes when they need to.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to throw some names at you, and you tell me if it's a superhero name.
Okay.
Steel Sidebottom.
Steel Sidebottom.
He plays for the Magpies.
I think that's more of an adult film industry name.
Patrick Dangerfield.
Patrick Dangerfield. That's not a real name.
That's a real name. He plays for the Cats. Wiley Buzzer.
Wily Buzzer, I really like that name. That's a great, kind of a sidekick name.
What about Anthony, Tip and Woody?
Anthony, Tip and Woody. And Tip and Woody? Who are they? How do they feel about this?
I've got some Pokemon, some lookalikes, and we've got Tangela and Brendan. Is that a lookalike or not?
That's amazing.
Do you like that?
That guy parties.
This one is Billy. He used to play Aussie Rules.
Yeah.
And Mr. Mime, yes.
Strong but silent type?
Oh, no, he's very loud, especially when he has a few beers.
Oh, really?
Yep. We've got Nathan Buckley, who's the coach of the team.
Whoa! What is that? That is a meat tower.
Have a look at
that guy.
Look
at
at
him
those
go.
muscles. He must work out.
Look how much chest he has. He actually needs 4 more nipples just to cover the real estate. Let's say you're playing the game, right? And you have the ball. And this guy wants the ball. Why do you wait till he tackles you? Why don't you just hand him the ball? Or bring like 10 more balls. I'd bring like a whole carnival of balls. I'd give balls to everybody before the game so we could just hang out and have a beer.
Balls are good. This one is Snorlax.
Whoa! What does his tattoo say?
It says... what
Lust?
does it say?
Does that say lust?
No, Lulu.
Oh, Lulu, okay.
I've got something for you, which I know you're just going to love. It is an Aussie Rules football. There you go.
I love it. I'll take
Kangaroo
it.
skin.
If
Yep.
that guy's
Kick
chasing
it.
me, he gets it.
Kick it, handball it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Great stuff. How do you feel about all of that, Bev?
He got me in one. Party boy. I wonder if you showed the before and after. If you thought it was the same bloke. This is the same person. He's really
Pre-Uber
fat.
Eats and post-Uber Eats. Shane Crawford, thank you very much. That was great fun, really. Daisy Thomas rejoins us to preview this weekend's round of footy with Matthew.
Bevo, the new royal baby, it's a boy. Did you hear that?
Oh, is it? Okay.
What do you reckon Harry and Meghan will name their new baby, Chris?
I don't think anyone really cares.
So you weren't surprised Archie's birth came this week at all, Ken?
Didn't you believe me through the week when I said he was about a week away?
How'd the baby look when it came out, Goody?
Oh, it was just dewy. Yeah, it was slippery, yeah.
Bucks, what would have you called the baby?
Geordie.
Ken, have you spoken to the new baby?
Yeah, I just spoke to him. He said he's okay.
Hey, Goody, would you recommend that Harry and Meghan eat the placenta?
Oh, it's important because you get a little bit of nourishment.
Would you make Archie king straight away, Ross?
Yeah, well, I don't think age comes into it. Once you're in, aren't you?
How cute's Archie out of 10?
4.
Goodwin there. Welcome back to the Footy Show. It's a perfect segue to Prince Matthew Lloyd over here. Let's get stuck into it, shall we? Or do you care about the royal baby? How do you feel about the royal baby?
Couldn't care less, Ness. I've got 3 of my own kids to worry about.
Daisy,
so,
are you a royalist?
I didn't really like the name, to be completely honest, but yeah, would have gone with Daisy myself. But.
Sydney Swans up against Essendon tomorrow night. Kicks off round 8. Still no Buddy Franklin. Back comes Orazio Fantasia as a part of 4 changes for the Bombers. Joe Danaher has been managed.
It's hard to believe that they're 18th on the ladder after 7 rounds. They've lost now 7 of their last 8 days at the SCG, the Sydney Swans. So they've lost that weapon that they did have. But I want to talk about the Bombers, Daisy. They're 3 wins and 4 losses. They got taught a lesson by Geelong last week, and their next 4 games, I think they should win. You won't agree with the last one, but I think their next 4 games, they should go to 7-4 at the halfway mark, in my opinion. But what have you made of the Bombers' form so far? Been very up and down. Yeah, well, they've certainly been able to turn it around. There's no doubting that. I think they had a lot of critics at the start of the year questioning where they were at as a footy team because there's a lot of expectation going in. But the one man that has proven to be probably the difference in a lot of their games is McDonald, Tip and Woody. He's kicked 20 goals in their wins and hasn't scored in a loss. So if he can score, you'd assume they'd win.
Yeah. So Essendon have got Richmond covered?
And Freo, that's a big call.
Freo at home, I think they beat Freo at Marvel. And Richmond, I think they're just bad at the moment. We'll get to your Richmond soon, and Daniel Rioli being out, Vlosten out. Just too many injuries for the moment. For the Tigers.
Head to Mars next. The Doggies up against the Lions in Ballarat. Matthew Suckling comes in for the Dogs. Tory Dixon has been dropped. And for Brisbane, Harris Andrews comes back, who's an important inclusion.
Brisbane have been one of the stories of the year, but the Western Bulldogs, to be there live last week to see what they did to Richmond, they were hot. They would have beaten most teams that night. But one
want to revisit the draft and what Aaron Norton did last week. It's something you rarely see, a forward dominate games like that. But this is the draft back in 2017. There's some good players there. Rayner, Brayshaw, Dow, obviously Chera, Jaden Stevenson, who we just had on. But I think if they all had their choices again, Aaron Norton would be the #1 draft pick, Days. What's your take on that?
Well, hindsight's a beautiful thing after the
it
game
is.
he's played on the weekend, taking 9 marks, only one behind the duck. But I think you're right, the dynamic that he brings, he's a big, lanky type. He runs and jumps at it and he catches it and kicks it well as anyone as a key forward. So, as I say, hindsight's a great thing. Rayner's playing some good footy. Paddy Dow, my teammate's going to be a star, but at the minute those blokes are probably...
Lloydie, do you reckon he would have been picked over Jaden?
I think so. The knock on him was his kicking. So
Did you tell him that? Did you tell Jaden that in the green room?
No, I held that off.
Wait until his mum had left.
They would be.
Yeah, I reckon Rayner's been a bit of a disappointment as a #1 pick for Brisbane compared to
Rayner's playing a different role though. He plays that half-forward role as a genuine midfielder. Once he gets his tank up, he'll be able to show his worth through the midfield, I reckon.
Carlton against Collingwood. Matty Cruiser comes back. Mitch McGovern also back. Very important inclusions for your boys, Daisy. For Collingwood, Chris Main returns, but out goes Dane Beams with injury and Taylor Adams with that groin injury. Some big ins and some big outs for the Pies.
Yes, hopefully some more outs to come for the Pies too. That'd be nice. But no, we can only control what we can control. The cliches are going to be there, but you see the effort hopefully brought this weekend, and that's going to be the difference. The Pies have started unbelievably well, and for us, it's going to be about managing that and then hopefully going on with it.
Does the coach talk about the history in the lead up to this game, or just business as usual?
I'm not sure which way he's going to go. I know we've had Stephen Kernahan in before for an Essendon game talking about his passion towards that sort of game, so I'm not sure what tact he'll go with this week.
I want to take a look at the first quarters of Collingwood over the last 3 weeks. These are the cumulative scores that they've made up against opposition teams. 18 goals 16, 124 to 4 goals 5. This is just in the last 3 weeks. So they blew Port Adelaide away. Port came in good form. It was 7 goals 3, 7 goals 6 to 3 points. So that's what Carlton are going to have to deal with. Can they be in the game at quarter time and get some belief, Daisy, because they are red hot at the moment.
Does Brendan Bolton implement the 18-0-0 at the start of the game?
What, just go all defensive?
Just put 18 blokes back.
You can't do it anymore, unfortunately.
Just first
Clarko or
quarter.
Brendan Bolton?
I said Bolton, didn't I?
No, I'm asking with all the talk this
It might be. I'm not going to sack another coach.
And one for you, before we move on, your matchup. It's no easy matchup there. De Goey, Hoskin, Elliott, Stevenson. Can you give us a little insight?
Yeah, well, they've got weapons. Yeah. Stevenson, obviously, I'm probably the one I'll go with. He's got the pace, and so do I. So, have you heard the story of the young bull and the old bull?
Yeah. Gold Coast up against Melbourne. Big in for the D's here. Jack Barney is back, the co-captain. Pierce Hanley and Lockie Weller are amongst 4 changes for the Gold Coast Suns.
And I want to come to you on this one, Fev. Stephen May, just a massive story during the week. He hasn't played. He's played 1 game, round 2. Hasn't been seen since. He's got a bad groin injury, in recovery, out drinking on a Sunday afternoon. Had to front his teammates. What's your take on it?
Couple of pots isn't drinking. On a serious note, I think that on a weekend, what do you expect the players to do? Sit at home and play Fortnite and sit up till 5 o'clock in the morning? Or you sit at home, do nothing and be robots? If you want to go out for a couple of beers, obviously the later in the week we heard the story, he had a bit of a problem, a bit of an issue, got a mate, as you do, and someone that's gone through depression and stuff. I'm not saying he's had that, but it's pretty big of a male to go to another male, mate, I need some advice, which we don't do enough, and I think he should get credit for that. Goes to have a couple of beers, he's home, 2 or 3 beers. I think it's just
beat up.
Absolute beat up, and I think that's how the Melbourne Footy Club received it, and he spoke to the players. But if it happens again, obviously if there's a pattern, then there's obviously an issue. But well done to Stephen May, going to speak to his mate, having a beer. I think it's all clear.
Yep.
Don't drink in a beer garden would be my advice.
Well, don't take the photo.
Don't take the photo, though. Like, you can go where you want.
I agree with don't take the photo, but idiots take photos.
Yeah.
So just drink where people can't see.
Did you take the photo? Is that what's happening here? All right, we've got to preview the rest of the round after the break, but first, or next actually, Fev's local footy wrap. You're with the Footy Show. Up against St Kilda on Saturday night. Premiership player Chris Marston has been dropped for this one. What happens?
They're not going well. I think they beat the Saints at Marvel, but you've got a question to ask, Lee, mate.
If West Coast Eagles lose this game, is it officially a premiership hangover?
I'd say it is. I think that there's players there at the West Coast Eagles who aren't travelling well. I think their depth players aren't going as well as they'd like either. But Daisy, you've been there. You've won a premiership. I have too. I'll admit there was... I'm just saying. I'm trying to get to a point. There was players at the Bombers who I felt dropped off by 5%. Just because when you've had a taste of it, maybe you just take your foot off the pedal a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's probably a bit of that. I reckon it's probably too soon. If you don't make finals, well, then it's a hangover, and there's a lot of the season to go. Obviously, the higher you finish, the later you start as well. So there's teams that are humming that have been back for a couple extra weeks, and no doubt that West Coast will, for their sake, will hit their straps in the coming month.
You just have to scrounge wins at this stage for West Coast, but they need to be much better than they are at the moment.
I love the fact that you pumped yourself up, put your foot down, and scolded Dylan all in one.
No, I wasn't trying to do that. Wasn't trying to do that at all.
The showdown on Saturday night, it's going to be absolutely massive, and some big outs for Port Adelaide. No Ollie Wines, no Brad Ebert, Zach Butters have been dropped. In comes Matthew Broadbent, which is a wonderful story to see him back, and Stephen Motlop gets the recall. Bryce Gibbs out injured with back spasms.
Daisy and I want to take a look at the history of this. Showdown 46 it is, and look at the previous 45 and how close this has been. 23 to Adelaide Days, 22 to the Port. Last year, it was Motlop who got them over the line in the round 8, and Josh Jenkins in round 20.
Yeah, it's a lot
and
like
the goalpost.
A lot like Anzac Day. Doesn't matter where the teams are on the ladder. It just seems to always be a game where both sides get up. There's obviously a lot of passion behind it. They obviously hate each other, which is brilliant to watch as a fan. Hopefully they go punch the crap out of each other and it's a good game.
Bev, you've seen some improvement in the Crows?
Yeah, the Crows are back. Yeah. I tipped them to be top 4, and they're just starting to get their mojo together. They've dropped a few big names. Bryce Gibbs has got another back, but he's been dropped. I think Jenkins got dropped. So Taylor Walker's starting to get a bit of form. Eddie Betts is finding form. I reckon they'll start humming the Crows.
On to Sunday, North Melbourne up against Geelong. Chris Scott against Brad Scott, as we mentioned. Zach Tui is back. Joel Selwood is back. Gary Ablett is free to play, and Dangerfield has been named for now. Do the Kangas have any hope?
Well, they do. I saw it firsthand last week, their ability around the ball, and I think that's what you've got to match with Geelong is your hardness in and around the contest. Obviously, Dangerfield out's a really big out.
He's playing at the moment, so we'll wait and see.
I'm just dropping an exclusive. But I think the Geelong's form, every team apart from Geelong and Collingwood have been beaten handsomely at some point throughout the season. So I know it's only 7 rounds in, but their form have been beaten by the one time against GWS, and that was could have gone either way. So they're in red hot touch. So it'll be a tough ask.
The Kangas can move the ball quick through the middle at Marvel. I reckon the Cats can get found out a little bit.
It's a big call for
I reckon the Kangas might knock them off.
Oh, I like it. All right, Hawthorn up against GWS on Sunday. I know Jared Ruffhead has been dropped for this one. Out goes Chad Wingard. They're saying hamstring injury not omitted. James Frawley comes back in. Big inclusion for GWS. Phil Davis, Josh Kelly back in. Still no Lockie Whitfield though.
Yeah, they're humming as well, the GWS Giants. I want to look at some highlights of Jeremy Cameron. It's rare that you see someone 13 goals up at this point after round 7. He's just a class above any other forward at the moment, Daisy, and just hard to stop. He's a tough matchup.
He certainly is. He looks like he's dropped a few, to be completely honest. He's moving unbelievably. He's up and down the field, and then his ability to get back. And obviously, as you would know, when you kick straight, it obviously helps your chances to win the Coleman.
So Lloydie, when was the last time anyone was kicking goals like this?
Well, I thought we'd take a look at it. Fev and I. Fev and I into the mix. So this is where we're at after 7 rounds. So Jeremy's on 30, Brendan's on 31. I was on 33, and I thought we'd give maybe Jeremy an indication of what it may feel like if he possibly could kick 100. So I went back, and here it is, okay? So I thought we'd take a look. So you get a bit of claustrophobic, you get a bit of fans. This was my best mate. My best mate actually joined us in the crowd. What's the big high five? There's a mate from Avondale. So I've got a little bit of a reunion.
I'll tell you, in 2008, at round 7 exactly, I was on the same amount of goals as Buddy at the same time. It was the last time it happened. And you obviously kicked your ton. I kicked 99 and Buddy kicked 100. So he's on track to kick 100.
But to be fair to you, Fev, you said he doesn't know what it feels like. Fev was on the ground when Buddy kicked his 100, so Fev got to see the crowd swarm on.
Yeah.
Shane Mumford.
I was on the ground, Leo.
Actually, I was too. I ran out on the ground when he kicked his 100.
Shane
With your
Mumford
cheer squad
also
membership and your pom-pom.
and out for that one. The final game, Fremantle up against Richmond. David Asprey returns for the Tigers. Daniel Rioli, your housemate?
Housemate?
Is he chipping in with the Reds?
He's just
And Nick
staying over.
Floston both out with injury.
Yeah, I'm worried about their midfield, Richmond. I just thought last week with no Trent Cotchin, they seem to lack a little bit of depth through that midfield. And Fremantle at home, they're hard to beat, Daisy.
They certainly are, and they're playing a great brand of footy. David Mundy is in fantastic form. As I was talking about before, when you get old, blokes are pretty quick to wrap you up. 300-odd games in, we've used it a fair bit, humming.
Hey, Daisy, I've got to say, mate, very good analyst. You're pretty good at this.
Thank you.
You're both holding iPads. Is there anything on them? Lloydie, what's on
I've
yours?
obviously got all my notes there.
Very nice.
Oh, yep, nice.
Daisy?
Daisy, what have you got on yours?
This was sprung on me, so I just took the chance to get a photo.
Good crack.
Daisy Thomas. Thank you very much. And you can see more of Lloydie this weekend on the Sunday Footy Show at 10 a.m.
When we return, Ben picks out his highlights from the week of local footy. Stick around.
BT's Big Exclusive.
What sort of sauce is that, Reedy?
It looks a bit like orange juice to me.
Yeah, it doesn't look like real sauce.
BT's Big Exclusive.
That was an absolute zinger.
Now, this is my footy rap, local footy rap.
That was the widest thing I've ever seen.
I got forced to do that. Anyway, I've been scouring the papers and I found this. A young Ormond footballer who's on a VFL list slept in. His name's Blair Atkins. He works night shift. Missed the game, did the first quarter, warm up on another ground, played 3 quarters, was best on ground. Anyone ever slept in before?
No, but he should do that more often if he got best on ground.
Best on ground.
Sleeping every week.
The next one I've got here is the wayward shot at goal. This young fella's 45 metres out, 45-degree angle, goes bang, kicks it on the full, bang, straight in the back of the Holden Commodore. Yes. The problem is, they give it back.
Beautiful.
If that was my hometown, Narry Warren, you would have been out of there, skids, brand new Sharon, $100 footy. Now, this guy here, he has bit an opponent. He got an 8-week suspension 8 weeks ago by biting a player. He's played the reverse game against his team again this year, and he's bit someone else in the same team again. The same team, 2 different guys he's bitten, he's been banned.
He's been banned. Well, actually, we've got some vision of him arriving at the tribunal to face the sugar biting charge. Did not want to take any risks. Right there, he looks pretty scary.
Imagine that, biting someone from the same team twice.
They must have been tasty.
And that's my rabbity rap.
Hey,
Good night.
No mention of Hastings. What happened?
Good night.
That is our show for tonight. Please thank Limo, Dylan,
Thank you.
Ben,